guys, how's it going? Saturday now, the day after the big mad one. Yeah, it was a little on the stressful side, to say the least. Actually, that was over the new Apple iPhone. And I mean, I'm usually put under a bit of sort of pressure from my daughter as well. And all it is you know, before she left home, I got her a mobile contract. You know, before she sort of, while she was still at school and university and that. And it's just never bothered changing it. You know, she pays for it and everything, but just never got around to changing it. I suppose one day we'll port the number, because that's the thing, isn't it? Once you've got a number, it sort of becomes synonymous with you, and you want to keep that number. So, and I can understand that. You know, I'm the same. I don't really want to lose my number. You know, one day I might change carrier, and then you've got the extra hassle of porting your number over. But anyway, yeah, she had the iPhone 6, just a standard 16GB one, in gold. Yeah, I got her the gold one, that's what she wanted. She's told me I can do you an unboxing video, so you'll probably see that on the channel. I'm hoping to get hers pretty much on the day of release, maybe the day after or something like that. We'll see how it goes. And mine is the 6 Plus, which has a very nondescript, slightly longer shipping time, so mine may take a bit longer to come, because I know they seem to have been in probably shorter demand or higher, shorter supply or higher demand, one of the two. But I got the 6 Plus in the slate with 64GB storage, and the main reason I go for the slate ones basically is because of my work. I don't want to have to put it in a completely all-around cover, and some of my work can get a bit grimy sometimes, you know, and that lovely white bezel around the screen, because they do look nice in the white. I must say they have like they've got a very classy look to them, I think, with that white outer. But because I don't have a clean enough sort of constant in my job, I would rather stick to having that black bezel. So, you know, that's just the way it is. But I'm happy with what I've ordered anyway. It's saying, I think, 2 to 4 weeks on the delivery for mine, but we'll just have to wait and see. They've said that in the past, and it turns up pretty much on the nail anyway. So then there'll be an unboxing for that one as well. There should also be, I've also signed up to get some cases for them, so there'll be some cases in the pipeline. So those videos will be up. I've got to get going on another couple of videos at the minute as well. Just let me let this car past. So yeah. So yeah, quite eventful. I don't think the wife was too impressed with the upfront cost for mine, but oh well. I only spoil myself like that sort of. Well, she says I spoil myself more, but I suppose the only constant spoil is this every sort of 2 years, because I get the you know, like the new shape, and then, you know, I usually miss out on like the S model. But do you think there'll be an S model this time? That's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm not trying to start 6S rumours all bloody ready. Although I'm sure there'll be a few up on the on Twitter very, very soon. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they do one this time. You know, because they're sort of like, you know, it seems like they're slowly sort of like changing the names and what have you for things. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that they didn't do like an S model as such, or call it an S at least. They might, you know, they might sort of rename it slightly, you know. But I think basically it will just be like the new iPhone 6, you know, like they did with the iPad sort of thing. You know, they had the iPad, the new iPad, and yeah, I mean, they had the iPad 2, didn't they? And then it went to they just called it iPad, didn't they, the 3rd gen? And then they called it the new iPad, I think it was, when they added they did a little speed bump and added the lightning port. And then of course it went to the iPad Air. So it'd be interesting to see what they do over the phones. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that. Hopefully, like I say, they'll come next end of next week. But we'll just have to see how it goes. So anyway, I'll catch you. Yeah, it's been perfectly normal weekend now. Pretty quiet, what have you. Apart from the fact that I've just been like the master chef of the dog world, because we've got two extra dogs. Oh, there's our old man coming out. Come on, Fox. Come on, boy. There you go. He struggles with his bladder now. It's getting quite difficult. If I'm perfectly honest, I can't see him making this year out now, to be honest. He's had gunning in, so he's 16 years old. So, yeah, his eyes are failing, his bladder's failing. You know, he's an old dog. But yeah, we've got two extra ones at the minute. We've got Fred's dad here and Fred's sister. Here's his sister. This is Tink. That's Tinkerbell. And there he is, Charlie. Say hello, Charlie. Who's that? So yeah, they're actually my daughter's dogs, and they're away in York at a wedding this weekend. So we're just looking after the dogs. So they're well behaved. Fred's a bit iffy about them being around, but you know, I think that's the whole male in his territory thing, isn't it? So, oh nice, one of them's a nice big log for me. Oh well, I'll clear that up in a minute. So yeah, time for a brew. So yeah, anyway, what I want to know actually is, I want you to leave comments underneath, you know, have you ordered your iPhone 6? Are you getting one? You know, if you're not an iOS fan, you know, what's your next phone going to be? I suppose, I don't know what my reasoning was for going for the 6 Plus, really. I was very undecided, very nervous of going to it. But I think what really sort of opened my eyes to the bigger thing was the 2 weeks I had with that Nokia Lumia, you know, the 1520, which having that big screen was a real eye-opener, I have to admit. And the phone went in the pocket easier than I expected. Getting into a low seat like a car, you've probably got to remove it from the pocket. But a normal sort of desk seat or anything like that, no problem whatsoever. Although I do have relatively deep pockets on my jeans. So from that point of view, it doesn't bother me. I probably will use a Bluetooth headset more because of it. Only like when travelling in the car, stuff like that. But although, I mean, obviously you shouldn't really touch your phone in the car anyway, to be fair, which I generally tend not to do. So, you know, I don't know really. I suppose I'm ready to just sort of like expand my experience. I think the whole landscape thing is a big thing for me. Especially like the way they've done the emails and whatever, you know, by making these extra extensions into the bigger phone. So like the whole email thing and going into landscape and stuff like that, that's going to be very useful for me. And yeah, I think I was just ready for a bigger screen, but bigger than what they were offering with the 6. So, you know, and the optical image stabilization on the camera, yeah, it's going to be interesting, because I can get a bit shaky at times and what have you. I mean, I've never been brilliant at taking the, you know, camera shots and stuff like that, you know. I'm very sort of amateur at that. But yeah, and of course when Yosemite comes along and we've got this whole sort of newer and deeper integration with Mac, that's going to be really good. So I'm just sort of like looking forward to all of it, really am. The iWatch, my wife's after one, or she's saying she would probably wear one. So next year could be a bit of a dear one. The iWatch, it's a tough one until they really sort of like give some more details on that whole how long the battery lasts thing. Yeah, that's it's a bit. I mean, that was obviously a sore subject for them, wasn't it? And that's probably why it hasn't rolled out now. But it's definitely going to be very interesting. That I can see even afterwards there being some form of extendable battery packs, like carry around ones that sort of fit with them. To what happened there? The sun must have just suddenly. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I can see there's going to be like some little aftermarket battery packs that sort of, I don't know, strap onto the arm, or a lead going down, and then with a thinner connector that sits on the back of the watch, and you just have the watch sitting slightly higher off your skin. But it would only be for charging, of course, because once you've broken it from your skin, you lose your the Apple Pay. You would have to relog that in, because that needs constant contact with the skin, doesn't it? But yeah, it's all very interesting stuff. I think looks-wise, I think they've really done a great job. Certainly does look good. If I get one, it'll be a stainless steel. I'm not into the sports one much, and the gold one I think is just a little bit too. It's just a bit above me. It's not my sort of thing to have the gold. So, but yeah, it's all getting very interesting. Very. I've just been and looked at actually my son's. Well, he's actually his girlfriend's iPad 2, just before I went out shopping earlier, and it's giving up a red screen. So if it's just the screen, it'll be worth replacing. If it's the logic board, it should be better off just selling it spares and repairs, I think, on eBay. And then just put the money towards getting another one. It's just throwing up a red screen. It has got a bit of a break in the corner, but that's been there for like a couple of years or more, so we'll have to see how that goes. So yeah, so anyway, I'm going to make a brew and I'll get back to you in a bit, guys. Take away. So I'm having lemon chicken from the local restaurant, which is, in my opinion, superior to the takeaways. It's much more healthy, and it's worth paying that little extra for. If you're ever in the area, I think I've mentioned it before, but it's what is it? Not Golden River. Golden River's a takeaway. It's water margin. That's it. What is it? Yeah, it's water margin. Yeah, it used to be called something else. That's why I'm getting mixed up. So I am having the lemon chicken. You can have a look in a moment. With some rice, egg fried, of course. And all that yummy sauce out. So, yeah, lemon chicken for me tonight. And the wife's having black bean, I think it is. But mine looks absolutely delicious. So yeah, that's my tea. So I'm going to go and load this last bit of footage into the timeline and do a bit of processing, bit of cutting maybe, and you shall see it later on this evening, hopefully. So don't forget, I want your thoughts on the iPhone business, and let me know what you got or are getting, whether it be iPhone or any other platform. Okay, so take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time. See you.